the Shortcuts Film Festival is back for 2017. Had a great season last year in 2016. It's back, and it provides a platform for local community members, artists and industry professionals to share their stories with others. Shortcut curator Richard Moore is on the line to tell us all about this year's program, and he joins me right now. Richard, nice to have you with us.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah.
That's our pleasure, our pleasure. It's a busy time for you getting this organised.
Yes, it is. It's very busy. We had a lot of interest after last year, which was terrific. The entries went up 1,000% this year.
Wow, that's huge.
From, I think, about 50, 60 or 70 or something like that in the first year to 700 this year. So we've had a lot to sift through. Various ones from overseas, but lots from Melbourne and the surrounds, and including a couple of locals as well.
So, Richard, you've got to sit there physically and go through these and watch each movie, and then judge and assess whether they're suitable, is it, to go on the festival?
Yeah, that's right. That is the pleasure of my job. That's right. I mean, hey, I will admit that I don't necessarily get to the end of all of them.
Yeah,
especially
understand.
when they're a bit longer. But yeah, no, basically that's my job. And then there's a group of people, a sort of a team. We all sat there. I did a short list for everybody of about 60 or 70 films, to mix it all up. So there's animation, there's drama, there's documentary, there's, different moods and different shapes and different sizes, different colours, I guess you could say. And we all came up with a final program. So, yeah, we're looking forward to next Friday, 5th of May at 7:30 at the Drum.
Richard, what's the quality of these movies like?
There's three categories. One is open, so people who've been out in the business for a few years. Mm-hmm. The next one is emerging, for people who basically are still sort of studying or just started studying students, but we've got a lot of entries from the VCA, for example,
right.
Like JMC Academy, RMIT, places like that. And then there's the community and the school section as well. So the levels vary, but they're all fully professional, apart from the school student ones, in the sense that people who know what they're doing with film, and the final program is just a great mix. In fact, some of the favourite ones are the ones from schools and the local.
Are they
community.
really?
Yeah. Because often they've got a freshness and a sort of an ability to see things in a different way, and they're not. Even though the ones from the VCA and all those sort of places, they're very, very good and they're excellent. The craft is beautiful and they know how to tell a story. Sometimes things are just a little bit predictable. But so you'll get a lot of variety next Friday.
Now, this will all be digital, I suppose. There's no more film being used, is there?
No one does anything on film anymore. No, not even in not even the readings down the road.
No, it's all digital.
It's all digital. It all comes to you in the form of like a hard drive.
Yeah.
That's it, and just plugs into the computer, and some sort of magic, it happens.
Richard, I wonder when we'll ever go back. We're going back to vinyl recordings now. I wonder in time to come whether we will pick up film again.
Oh, look, I think there's a thirst for it. I do. Yeah, I think of places like the Astor down in St Kilda, they make a big deal out of screening something on a print. Hey, we got a print. The thing is, though, that is finding them in good conditions, because often, because of a number of years and things like that, they haven't been preserved and stuff like that.
And they deteriorate, don't they?
Yeah, they deteriorate, particularly the soundtrack deteriorates. But a lot of work has been done, here overseas. Martin Scorsese is a famous one at restoring. A man very interested in cinema history, at restoring prints, but what they're doing is they're not necessarily recreating another print. They're putting it all on DCP, which is exciting because you get that cinema look, but you get it in a digital format. So, it's a completely different look and feel.
Well, it is. And look, the quality is clear. You don't have the break of a film or anything like that happening. But I just wonder in time to come whether some of these big movie houses may go back and just supply us with a few films here and there, because there's something about watching of film.
I know. I love it.
Oh, so
I know.
do I.
The thing is, I mean, a lot of them, when the digital equipment came in, a lot of them got rid of those huge projection machines.
Did they really? Yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be some, places like, I could think of places like Castlemaine or Castlemaine, for those who prefer it like that. Or,
Probably, has Yarraville still got one out there?
Look, I'm not sure
theatre?
whether they've still got one. They might have one stored up the back for special occasions, but they're big, It's
Yes,
hard
they
to
are.
sort of hide them. You can't sort of push them in the corner.
Yes, they're huge. You mentioned the JMC Academy in passing there before. They're putting out a lot of good stuff,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, they do a good job. And they had, quite a few entries last year and the same again this year. In fact, I think the one that won last year was, because there are a lot of prizes for the, for shortcuts as well. The one that won last year, I think he was a graduate of JMC.
Yeah.
He won the $2,500 cash prize at the end. I have to say, look, to try and encourage people to come along on that Friday, 7:30, 5th of May, that this is, I think, the only film festival in the world where you get to judge as an audience the most popular film.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, because it's done by show of hands, and the winner gets $500 cash on the night. So if you've got a film in the festival, or if you know people have got a film in the festival, or if you just want to have fun, come along and vote for your favourite film. And you'll also be treated with free popcorn, Greater Dandenong
Sounds
Council
all right.
lashing out with free popcorn.
Yeah, good. We've got to have the popcorn.
Got to have that popcorn.
Yeah, my word.
And live music from a fabulous muso called Chris Russell, who does a show on PBS FM, and he's
Good.
a great blues guitarist as well.
Great. Now, how many films are you showing?
There are about just over 20, I think. So the whole program lasts for about an hour and a half with a little intermission and very quick sort of like prize givings and things like that. So we're giving the awards on that night for the best film. The mayor made a call on the best film, and the runner-up best film. And then there's a few craft awards as well, worth $500 each in each of the categories.
Well, I won't ask you which one you think will win because you've already seen them all, so I won't do that. I'll allow the others to do that on the night.
I'd have to kill you if I told you.
I bet you would. Yeah, we'll just turn the microphone off and talk between ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got an hour and a half running time. You've got 20 that are going to be screened. That's a big job for the background staff to put all this together, isn't it?
Oh, they're good at the Drum Theatre and the Greater Dandenong City Council. There's a great team behind it. They brought in some gear. It looks fantastic on the big screen there.
Yeah, it would do.
Sounds really good as well. And, it's a terrific show, actually. Terrific show.
Well, we look forward to it very, very much. And that's next Friday, the 5th, at 7:30 at the Drum. Now, do we need to book for tickets?
Look, we'd love you to. It's at the Drum Theatre website. We're charging all of $5 to come. I mean, I know, look, if you can find $5, what's that, a cup of coffee these days?
Yep.
We'd love you to go to the Drum Theatre website and book online there.
All right, that's the website online. Get in there and book. How much are the tickets, Richard?
$5.
Oh, goodness.
I know.
It's so cheap.
Giving it away.
Oh, my word, yeah, you are. All right, pal, I wish you well for next Friday night. We must catch up after that, or you give me a call and tell me who won, will you?
Love to. Yeah,
love to,
for sure. We'll be in touch.
We'll follow that through. Thanks, Richard. You take care.
Good
All the
on
best.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Cheers.
to you.
Have a good hour. Bye.
Richard Moore there, the curator for Shortcuts, the film festival at Dandenong. It's on next Friday, 7:30 at the Drum Theatre.